What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back here in PlayStation Stories. This is, of course, Save Slot Podcast, episode 19, the weekly news show about any and all things PS5, PlayStation games, and PlayStation itself. With me, of course, my luxurious co-host, the Arachknight. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. Look at that. Like our little show is almost 20.
Our little show.
Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's growing up so fast, you know.
You love to see it.
Yo, really do. He can drink in 2 weeks. That's exciting. Should we do a drinking episode?
No.
We
record in the morning, gamer.
Yeah, we record in a very awkward timing where I go to work right after, so would not be the best ideas, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. But of course, some housekeeping here. You can catch the show here on youtube.com PlayStation Source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via our anchor link in the description. Like the video and rate the podcast to help us get seen by more viewers, so we can grow the PSS family. Down below, you can let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and that Discord server in the description. Feeling generous? Feel free to hit that join button to become a member of the channel with the $1 Prince tier, like Tapiwa Musa, Gameplay Sir, damn I can't talk, and our $5 King tier members just like Caleb Kaiser, Arachknight, SideQuest Sean, Stadia Vet Gaming, and the homie Owen. Of course, check out the stream series this week. We did a little bit of Resident Evil Village this week. We did a little bit of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes as well, but we will talk about that later on. And some Apple Podcast reviews as well. Definitely rate the podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, other great stuff. Definitely give us a rating. Definitely does help in the algorithm stuff. And just real quick, in case you missed it on the channel, we did a PlayStation Now breakdown for June 2021. You will be getting access to The Witcher 3, Slay the Spire, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, Virtua Firefight Ultimate Showdown, and Car Mechanic Simulator. Do any of these tickle your fancy, Arachknight? I don't know if you're like a car mechanic simulator guy or a Sonic guy.
I already own Sonic, and if I didn't have The Witcher as well.
I feel like I had Team Sonic Racing on my Vita, but
Team
I don't
Sonic
know if it was
Racing came out a year ago.
Never mind. I had the Sonic Racing game on Vita.
It was probably Sonic Rivals. They were on foot, weren't they? It was
No. It was like a straight up Sonic Racing. I swear to God. I swear. Huh. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Well, that I've been kind of looking at doing. Is Sonic Mania the 2D remake ones?
Yeah. Sonic Mania is a 2D like the 90s inspired game that came out in 2017. It is fantastic.
Okay. That one I might just fuck around and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Sonic Mania is great.
I just forget how much stock I have in Sonic from my childhood, but I actually do. So,
dude, I love, like, my sister and I are big Sonic fans.
Yeah, like, I still find it just repulsive that so many people on Twitter think that Zelda is more popular than Sonic. It's just fucking beyond me.
You're absolutely wrong.
It's beyond me. Did Zelda ever have a show? Does Zelda have a hit movie with fucking what's his name?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. I almost said Steve Carell. Jim Carrey. Like, I don't think so.
The Sonic movie was great. I love the Sonic movie. Dude,
I honestly liked it. Genuinely.
That
was a good film. Yeah, man. It was a good one. I liked it. I liked when they did like the little theme during like a sad point or something like that.
Yeah.
It's good times, man. Good times.
Cinema.
Cinema. The biggest movie of 2020. Resident Evil Village. I also streamed that. We did the part with the thing in that place. Yeah, we did that. That was quite interesting. I also streamed Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. That shit was pretty fire. I also talked about a topic that we will get to here on the show for the main topic, but I'm just gonna, spoil it here in case you somehow don't know. God of War Ragnarok is a PS4 and PS5 cross-gen game. You can get my full, I did like a 18-minute video where I kind of just encapsulate just my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Just saw both sides of the argument. You can check that out on the channel right now. And we did the famous installments of every Road 2 series. the bets episode with Tajay, Arachknight. Tajay turned the bets episode up a whole nother fucking dial. He was like, I know you've done, 10 bets, 12 bets. We did 20.
Jesus.
Tajay wanted to just, play the numbers game. So that was a big bets episode. Definitely go check it out. A simple game is on the line. Nothing too crazy, just a simple game is on the line. For that. Do I have bets with you that I need to pay you up for?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know. I fucking hope not.
I doubt it. Like, usually you're pretty on top with it. Like, whenever a bet goes through, I do remember. Like, don't I owe you the Mass Effect Legendary Edition?
Do you?
Road to PS5.
I really don't know. Wait, I really don't know. To be completely honest with you,
we might need to go back through on that episode and check.
Yeah.
But
we'll go. Yeah. We'll do that at some point.
Honestly, even if I don't owe it to you, I might give it to you. I've bought 4 people the Legendary Edition.
Nah, man, that's too much, bro.
Dude, no, like
too much, bro.
Love. I like. It's like, oh, I got into Mass Effect because of you. Like, that activates like some kind of neuron response in my brain.
I say we go back to the tapes, right? Let's go back to the archives, and let's see. You know what I'm saying? But
we will see.
Truly. But yeah, I mean, I just don't like owing people.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's not what it is. I just want to
clear all debts.
I like to make sure people are owed what they are owed,
or given what they're owed
in a timely fashion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to operate.
It's
I like
honorable.
to be efficient. Yeah, I like to make sure. Hey, like I feel bad about like buying something big when I know I have a debt that I need to pay. Like it's just more of just I want to just make sure people get what they're owed. But Road to Part, check that out. Next week we got First Impressions. We got David K on the show. I'm emailing the manager to make sure that's all set in stone and everything. So exciting stuff on Road to Part this week. Exciting stuff. I haven't talked about too much. I almost said Tajay. Wow. Arachknight, what have you been playing?
I finished the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh shit. Okay, so all 3. So is the ending really as bad as everyone says it is?
No, not nearly. It's not great, but not nearly as bad.
Okay.
Some people really do blow it out of proportion, and I can understand why, because the original ending was a little scuffed. The game kind of drops the ball in the last 45 minutes.
Really?
Not 45 minutes is too much. 30 minutes.
I'm almost more fascinated by the entire game series versus looking at just the ending of 3 and just wondering why, why it's so bad.
Everything in Mass Effect, there are obvious highlights, but it is a consistent 9 out of 10 throughout the trilogy. Like, it is amazing how consistent that game is.
I can't. I can't wait to play it.
There are some lows, but the lows only dip to maybe some missions being a 7 out of 10.
Right.
And there are highs, like the ending of Mass Effect 2. Those last 2 hours are a 10 out of 10. Like, I've played and finished Mass Effect 2. I looked at my old Origin saves. I finished it 14 times. I have played Mass Effect 2 front to back 14 times.
14?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
And I love it. When I played through Mass Effect 2 in the Legendary Edition, goosebumps every time. Those last 2 hours.
I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. I hit the Heimlich. No? Okay.
No. I don't know what you're singing.
Travis Scott?
No, sorry.
Jesus Christ, Arachknight. Sometimes give me a fucking headache, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry.
You tell me you're not with the Ragers, bro? You're not with Astro World, bro?
Bro,
come on, man.
Literally, I have the Ghost Runner soundtrack playing right now.
No, bro. We're gonna talk about. You know what? It's not on the dock. I'm really glad you brought up Ghost Runner. Complete side caveat: Ghost Runner is getting a PS5 version September 28th, I think. Everyone needs to go play that shit
because so good.
Ghost Runner is fucking fire. Number one, and number two, that soundtrack is a fucking banger, like capital B, bro. All caps banger. 10 out of 10.
Agreed.
I was thumping while I was playing that shit, yo. That shit hit. But so I do have one question for you. I guess to end off the Mass Effect talk, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, you've always loved the series. You love the games. I'm assuming you love the remasters, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that this truly is the definitive way to play Mass Effect for a newcomer?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't even get to finish the question. Okay, all right. Hell yeah.
It looks like graphically there is a considerate upgrade to how the game looks. The gameplay feels a lot better. Everything runs so much smoother. It looks nicer. The loading screens are fast. I can't even imagine what it's like on a PS5, but on my computer, it was like at most 2 to 3 seconds.
Jeez.
And
yeah. Damn.
The original Mass Effect 2 has notoriously long loading screens, even on the same rig. So I would have to wait like 5-10 seconds every loading screen. On my computer, on the Legendary Edition, 2 seconds, and you're back in the fight.
Back in the fight.
Play Mass Effect. Like, I adore these games. If I could only ever play one series of games again, it would be Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Any day of the week. Like, no hesitation. No, nothing. Just, if I could only ever play one set of games again, it would be the trilogy.
Yeah, man. I'm just, man. You know, after we're done with Metal Gear Solid, it is gonna be my next game. So we shall see. I'm very excited. Very excited to play it. Very excited. Have you been playing anything else?
No. Just some Knockout City here and there, but
I see. You've been liking that game, man? I've been because I think it's free up until level 25, right? Then you gotta pay.
I'm not sure.
I believe that's what was said, but if that's false, my bad. But I think that's true. I think, but yeah, I need to spend more time with it. I enjoyed what I played with it last weekend during the not like beta, but like the live free thing, whatever. But no, like I definitely enjoyed it, so I'll go give it a shot. Someday. But I have been playing. Where do you want me to start? There's a few ways I can go about this. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear some 15 first? You want to hear some Resident Evil first?
Let's hear the highlights first.
The highlights? Okay. So, Resident Evil Village, right? Let's just start there, all right? Yeah, we did the... Is it cool to say the dollhouse? I already said it, so fuck it. Yeah, the like dollhouse section. So I was saying before, you know, that I felt that Village wasn't as scary as Resident Evil 7, but I did feel like it was more tense and more, not like annoying, but like nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried as fuck when I play Village, right?
Isn't that tension?
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. I guess more tense, yeah. But like RE7, I think there were more just like legitimate scary parts of that game. You know, I wasn't finding Village as scary That changed in the Dollhouse. The Dollhouse was definitely some freaky shit for sure. And I'm not sure how much left I have of the game, but I do want to finish it. Obviously, between Tuesday and Wednesday, I think I'll be able to, right? Like, how far do you think I am from the end? If I just pass the Dollhouse stuff.
Halfway.
Really?
Yeah, the next few parts aren't very long at all.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Okay. So we're definitely on our way. Yeah. I'm taking a little bit longer than I wanted to take on it. I just have a bunch of shit going on. But I'm carving out Tuesday and Wednesday streams, Resident Evil, just to get it done because we got some big games coming up this week, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make room for that. Also, I'm trying to clear, but so far, Resident Evil Village, enjoying it, all that good stuff. But I've been also trying to beat the Final Fantasy 15 DLC. I got 2 more to go. I got Arden and Ignis, which they've been looking to take me about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So I feel like I'm going to have to cut it very close and carve out that time because, like, a lot of people think that like I have a lot of time to play games, which like I actually don't. Like I really fucking don't. Yeah, like in terms of just like work and like all the content that you see, like and how much I put out, like it takes a while, and it takes away from the gaming time. But I'm gonna also try my fucking hardest to get through those past 2 DLCs before we get to Final Fantasy 7 this week. But let's talk about episode Prompto. You played these DLCs, right, or no?
Nah.
Okay, no, okay. So, I'm a little bit more positive about episode Prompto than I was with Gladio, but not like way more hyped about it, right? So Prompto, I enjoyed it because I actually started to like the combat system of it being like more of like a third-person shooter in a way, but still having it kind of feel like you're I don't know how to explain that. I feel like the timing of the attacks that you can do with your like main magnum, right, feel a little bit more like you're doing a melee combat. That sounds really stupid, but there's something there where like just the timing of the shots and the amount of time in between kind of mimics as if I were using a sword and playing Noctis. You know what I'm saying? Like it in like a long range way. That sounds probably really stupid, but like I kind of felt what they were going for that. There's different weapons and all that too, which are pretty cool that you can pick up, and the different abilities that you can do that were team links in the original game, but now are just abilities that Prompto can do overall. Arenea's in it. That's pretty cool. And like essentially it just explores Prompto's backstory and his decision to tell the rest of the crew when he returns in FF15 after this DLC, during that part of the game, when he goes and tells them his backstory and everything. So it's pretty cool. There's a new environment as well, which I really appreciate, just having like a different scenery. While Gladio did have a different scenery, it was kind of just hallways and shit like that, and like it wasn't that enticing or cool, but I appreciate it. It was a cool one. I appreciate it. I'm gonna check out Ignis and then Arden, and then we'll be done with Final Fantasy 15. So pretty cool right there. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. Did you play Ground Zeroes?
I did.
Okay. I liked it.
Yeah, I watched the stream.
I liked it. I was a fan. Like, it's I think, indicating that Metal Gear Solid 5 is just Peace Walker gameplay, but bigger, which I'm fucking down for. Like, I'm down as fuck for that. You know what I'm saying? So Ground Zeroes acts as kind of like this, prologue to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I did not know that this game was $40 when it came out, which is pretty
steep.
I'd say that's kind of steep. Like, I would have paid it for sure, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a pretty steep price, man.
That's asking a lot.
That's a pretty steep price, like, for 40. But like, okay, like, yeah, there's some extra ops stuff, and there's a lot more to Ground Zeroes if you want more to it. But yeah, 40 is pretty steep. But hey, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say it. Like, back in 2015, if I was a Metal Gear Solid fan, I would pay for it, absolutely. But it's kind of steep. I could have maybe seen 20 being a bit more acceptable. You know what I'm saying? But I just bring up that even though that price doesn't affect me, I didn't pay for it. It was on PS Now, so I downloaded it. So that's how I got to play it, and that's how I'll play MGS5 as well. But I loved this mission, you know, where you're going in, you're rescuing Chico, you're rescuing Paz, you know, and you're doing that whole thing, and you're, you know, just more of like the extension of Peace Walker, and it really does do a good job at setting up MGS5. I will say, I think the last thing I'll say about it, because like gameplay, it feels really fucking good on console, 60 frames, PS5, all that great stuff. Feels great, everything's all good. It looks really good, even for 2021. I feel like I don't know how you feel about that, but
it aged well.
I thought
the Fox engine. I think the Fox engine did a pretty good job.
It kind of reminds me of the RE engine, you know, like in a way, in terms of just like it's. No, I mean like how do I put it? I think like visually
modeling.
Yeah, like a little bit in its modeling and how light interacts with models. Given that Ground Zeroes is a pretty dark mission that you're playing in, and I feel like there's a lot of just darkness in Resident Evil as well. Like that's kind of like what I mean. Like I just feel like the way like they do lighting in dark environments, I feel like it just is a not one-to-one, but like a very similar type of feeling. At least I get. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But Kiefer Sutherland, bro, as Snake now, you know, as Big Boss, you know, I'm gonna need some time to adjust to that, bro. I fucking miss my boy David Hayter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you didn't play the other Metal Gear Solids, right? Because you just played 5, I think, or no? Am I wrong?
Just I played 3 and I watched the rest.
Interesting. So you've never seen like Solid Snake's story, I guess, technically.
I mean, yeah, I like watched it.
Interesting. Okay.
I wanted to play through them, but there's just a level of jank that I can't get over.
I hear jank, huh?
Metal Gear 1 and 2 play so janky.
No, Metal Gear Solid 1 does not play great. Absolutely, I'll stand by you in that. MGS2 felt pretty okay to me. Felt okay. I wouldn't really call it jank, but like in comparison to modern games, I could definitely see that for sure. But I hear you. But like I don't know. Like I mean, yeah. I mean, just when I hear Kiefer Sutherland, I just think of 24. You know.
Yeah.
And like I'm kind of hearing Snake. I think by, you know, spending more time in Metal Gear Solid 5, I'll be able to kind of just get over it. But it is a little bit, you know, like jarring. Like I kind of wish we had David Hayter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even gonna lie, but it is what it is. Going on here to Arachknight PS5 Watch. Just got some UK sales just to, you know, not taunt, but flaunt. See what's going on here, right? So there was another surge in PS5 stock in the UK, which I guess they are citing as reasons why Spider-Man Miles Morales was the highest selling game in the UK for the week of May 29th. I think that's a whole month, actually. No, it's just for the week. So Miles Morales, you know, topped that. We had Last of Us Part 2 at number 3. And then those were the only 2 exclusives there. Biomutant getting at number 2. That's pretty surprising, actually. I did not think that. Yeah.
Considering what I've heard about Biomutant, that is very surprising.
Yeah, right? That is really, really interesting. I mean, Village at number 4. Village just came out this month and has way better reviews than Biomutant. So.
Well, I mean, Village came out weeks ago.
I mean, Last of Us Part 2 came out like 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Last of Us Part 2 came out.
Oh, wait, no.
Like,
it's almost a year. Yeah, fuck 6 months.
I think it's going to be a year this month.
It's a year. Oh, holy shit. It is a year this month. That's true. Hey, but you see that number 5 spot, Arachknight? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure the PS5 patch helped.
You see that joint right there? You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Wait, which PS5 patch?
The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, that's a very good point. Look at that, Ragnarok. Good call. But hey, you see that list at number 5, King?
I see.
See that right there? Hey, man, those water. You know, they
Water.
those brevs in the UK kind of know what's going on with Valhalla. So shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so shout out to the UK.
I mean, I'm gonna agree with Owen here. Like, there aren't a lot of like PS5 like exclusive games, so you gotta like eventually you gotta scrape the bottom of the barrel. You feel me? Like dab me up.
Man, going on to the
I'm right.
Going on to the main news here. Episode 19. I just wanted to go over really quickly. Of course, I'm assuming a lot of you have PS Plus. The PS Plus June 2021 games are available right now. You'll get access to Operation Tango, Star Wars Squadrons, and Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, which are now currently available on your PlayStation Network accounts if you have PS Plus. And just remember, kids, remember, fellas, even if you don't plan on playing the games, you might as well redeem them just in case. Add it to your library. It's right there. It's very, very simple.
It's free.
Yeah. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And if you're a Star Wars fan, check out Squadrons. It's pretty cool. I hear good things about Operation Tango, but I don't think I'll play that. Virtua Fighter, So yeah, why not? Just wanted to get that out there. Arachknight, let's talk about the good shit. All right. Let's talk about the real reason why we're living. You know what I'm saying?
Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, sir. We got some exciting news here about Intergrade, of course, coming out this week. It has been released that Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is going to be 86 gigabytes, which, King, I am fine with that. It could have been 200, sir. You know what? It could have taken up my whole PS5. I'll do it. Okay, maybe not the whole PS5, but
I mean, if it took up the whole PS5, it's just delete everything, play it once, and then get rid of it.
Yeah.
But I would have done it.
Absolutely. So, to be more specific here, PlayStation game size. Let me see. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I read the wrong. I read the wrong number. The wrong number. So 86 gigs was last gen. According to PlayStation game size, Intergrade weighs in at 81.3 without the day one patch, to be very clear here, right? So it's going to be around a similar gigabytes of size, okay? Now, the one thing that's also unclear is that they're not sure if that includes the Yuffie expansion or that's a separate download. That's also not confirmed yet, so it's going to be like 80 gigs for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, but it's worth it. Am I right, Arachknight?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Also, just a quick little side thing as well. Patch 1.02 has come to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which does add the upload save data function to the main menu. Make sure you kings do that if you've played the game on PS4. That way you'll be able to go into the Intergrade version and get your save from the cloud. So definitely do that. Arachknight, have you done that yet?
I gave my PS4 away.
Bro, what?
What? I didn't need it anymore.
Oh wait, no, you can just do it on PS5.
Really?
Yeah. So you download the PS4 version of Final Fantasy, right?
Okay.
The patch will install. Then you still upload your save data to the cloud, and it'll come down on the Intergrade menu. There'll be like a download save from the cloud to get it. Yeah, because it's because the PlayStation 5's like dumb way of like PS4 save files like can't be read by native PS5 games. You have to do some weird ass conversion to make it like a PS5 save file. It's some dumb shit, right? But yeah, so you can still do this, King.
Oh,
definitely do it. Bring over your save.
I wasn't too worried as like I was gonna 100% the game again anyway.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, like if you're gonna 100% it, yeah, do that. I'm doing my new game plus run in Intergrade, and I'm gonna look a little bit more closely at the trophy list because I might go for that platinum. Really? I really think I will. Yeah. I mean, now that I have chapter select, right? It's gonna be really easy to just go through and just get all the dresses and shit like that, and yeah, like it shouldn't take too long with my New Game Plus run, you know,
those
when I
squats,
bring it over. So
doing those again.
Yeah, I haven't. I gotta take a look at that soon. I gotta really kind of start playing that out because I hear it's like pretty challenging, but not too bad. What do you think?
It was tough.
Fuck. Okay. I mean, if you say it's tough, I think it's tough. No.
The pull-up stuff was a little tough.
Shit. Okay. Hey, I'm up for the challenge because I need this platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of those games where I need it. You know,
it's a necessity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't talk about it on Twitter so much and not get the platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, your profile picture was you crying reacting to it for a while.
It's still my pinned tweet. Oh, yeah. It's still my pinned tweet. Yep. Literally the happy. And, dude, I'm just so excited for it to come out this week because, bro, like, it was my birthday gift. Shout out to Square. You know what I'm saying? And it's finally coming out. You know? Can't fucking wait. God damn, bro. But you know what else is coming out, Arachknight?
Happy Pride Month?
Happy Pride Month, but I like the pregnant pauses we do. I like.
Oh, I thought like, you know what else is coming out?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I meant like game releases.
I know.
King. Damn.
Come on.
I like that. It's like a double entendre, you know. It's like a.
Why'd you say it like that?
A double entendre, you know. Ratchet and Clank. This is a interesting vibe we have going for this episode, but I appreciate it personally. You know?
I vibe with it.
I vibe with it too. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming out this week. I'm sure a lot of you know. A lot of you are excited. And I just want to inform everyone as well that you can start preloading the game right now. It's a very small game at 33 gigs. You know what I'm saying? Super nice, concise download. As we speak, it's downloaded onto my console right now. I kind of splurged a little bit, Arachknight. I usually get like the regular standard version, but you know, I got that deluxe edition. You know what I'm saying? Give me, yeah, you know, hey, it's $10 more. You know, why not?
Support it.
Absolutely. I get the pixelizer. I get some armor sets early. You know, why not?
Little things here and there.
It's true. I gotta, you know, gotta get a little excitement in my life going on. You know what I'm saying? But, are you playing this day one?
I believe so. I feel like this could be a day one game.
Yeah. I mean, because I feel like we're gonna have conversations about Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Maybe that's next week's topic. Maybe next week is our impressions on it. You know, and just like I don't imagine us doing like a review of it, right? But like just our thoughts about the remake. Like that might be a cool next week thing, right? But yeah. We might do that next week. Why not?
Because I know. To play.
Yeah. So I'm trying to clear the slate. The plan is Rift Apart is my stream game. Final Fantasy VII is my offline game. You know that I'm playing on the side, and then after Rift Apart, I'll start Metal Gear Solid 5 as my mainstream game, and we'll go from there. So that's the plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Truly. But yeah, those that are playing the game Rift Apart might as well have it downloaded, ready to go. That way it'll unlock for you right on launch. And hopefully the clock won't fuck me again.
What do you mean? That was on you.
It was not, sir.
That was absolutely on you.
It was Listen, I thought that perhaps Sony was giving me a boon, giving me a Phoenix down, if you will. You know, giving me a gift from the gods. That hey, you can play Returnal an hour earlier than usual. You know, I was looking at the clock. Okay. All right.
I
don't know. You know what? I hope that shit happens with. I hope that shit happens with you and Intergrade.
It'll launch at the same time for me as everyone else.
I know.
And that'll be 9 p.m.
Oh man. Watch, man. You're gonna look at the clock. It's gonna be like, oh shit, it's coming out at 8 p.m. That's crazy.
Why would that be an irregularity? What when a computer does it?
I'm telling you.
You think somebody at Sony just, all right, it's almost midnight. Gotta click that launch button.
Bro, I wish I had the Elgato stream up. Like, that screen up, because I swear on my life it counted down to 0 and went back to 59 minutes.
I'm sure. I don't doubt you. But
it's tragic.
It was a test, and you failed that test. Like, I thought I went to trusted news source TKday123 on Twitter, and I was like, oh, let me close what I was doing and play Returnal, only to be bamboozled. I was lied to. I
mean, I was lied to.
And then I had to load Nier back up like a coward. It's like, hey, I'm back. Because I was playing Nier, I was into it, and I saw Returnal launched. It was like, damn, that's crazy. And I alt F4'd out of Nier.
Well, what was that Thanos quote? Like, you
couldn't live with your failure. So where did that bring you? Back to me.
That's the hardest quote of all time. I swear to God, that's the most hardest. Yo. Oh, man. Last news story here before we get to the very, very packed question of the week, right? Pixel Opus, a little studio within PlayStation Studios, you know what I'm saying? They did the likes of Entwined a few years back, and they did the most recently released Concrete Genie. I think that came out in 2019, I believe, October or something like that. I liked it. It was a pretty cool game, you know, pretty small, cool game. Nothing too astounding or crazy, right? Like don't think like it's like a God of War or whatever, but it was a good game. They have announced via the blog that they will be making a new PlayStation 5 title. And it will be a collaboration with Sony Pictures Animation as well. So this really tickled my fancy because, Arachknight, can you recall a really, really, really good Sony Pictures Animation movie that came out recently?
Perhaps in 2018?
Yes, that may be the year in question, sir.
Critically acclaimed, Oscar-winning Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes. Now, I don't think they would put out a Spider-Verse game next to Insomniac Spider-Man, right? But I do think that's interesting, you know? Like
why not?
Why not?
Like, hey, it's like Ultimate Alliance 3 had Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man, but they're not the same Spider-Man. Critically acclaimed Marvel's Avengers has Spider-Man in it.
I mean,
or will have Spider-Man in it.
You're not wrong. I just feel like it would have to be a very, very... My pen dropped. I just feel like it would have to be like a very, very clear distinction of the two.
I don't think that's too much to like ask for. Like, I don't think that's implausible. It's like, hey, this isn't an Insomniac Spider-Man game, and then you'll get the people that can't read. And they're like, hey, is this connected to Insomniac Spider-Man? And then you have to tell them no again. And
people that can't read.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're definitely not wrong.
Like, there are some people out there, like, I'm not saying it's any of you. I hope it's not any of you. But some of you can't fucking read. Like,
and some of you... Sorry, go ahead.
The American education system, or wherever you're from, really let you down. And, honestly... I'm sorry. I'm kind of. Like, half sorry.
I'm sorry, kind of. It's the same folks that, you know, think that Aloy, you know, we're just going to pick apart her fucking looks as opposed to talk about the actual game.
That was really funny. I know he wasn't, like, I know it was serious. Like, that wasn't a joke.
Oh, that was 100% not. No, he said that with his entire chest.
Yeah, but it was really funny.
Bro, he typed all of that out and literally hit send tweet.
Yeah, no, he had no fear. Like,
he doubled down.
He thought as like, yeah, no, this is the move. This is what needs to be said. Hire fans.
It's like almost commendable at how bold it was.
Yeah, no, I can not respect, but I appreciate
Yeah.
a certain level of
Uh-huh.
like an inability to read the room.
Yeah, it was quite interesting reading that at work. I was like, huh.
That it was funny. I lost it.
Oh man.
Like
good times.
the memes that came from it were really good.
Fucking hilarious, bro. There was one with like I think it was Kratos and like a bunch of makeup and shit. It's like hired fans. Oh man.
Yeah, that was
Good
really
stuff.
funny.
Good stuff. Also, side note about Pixel Opus' new game. Just real quick, they did say that it will be using Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal Engine. I'm excited to see
cool.
something in Unreal like that. What that demo that we got before looked incredible.
Bro, they put out a new one on Digital Foundry. Did you see that one? That came out like a week ago?
I have not. I don't think so.
Bro, go back and check it out. They're showing like environments. It is fucking unreal, bro. Hey, no pun intended, but maybe pun was intended. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it looks great. It's interesting that they're using Unreal Engine 5 because like I wouldn't call Concrete Genie or Entwined like any. I mean, like it doesn't matter, right? Like it doesn't have to be photorealistic games that to utilize Unreal Engine. Like that's a really absurd thing I was trying to say there. But like I just find it interesting that like
AAA. It's more of a AAA engine.
Thank you. Yeah, that's where they put it, right? So maybe that's indication that they're kind of going to step up and do something a little bit more, you know, bigger of a scope than Concrete Genie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that'd be pretty cool. So we'll see. And I mean, plus pairing them up with Sony Pictures Animation, I think is really interesting as well. Like, fuck it, dude. Maybe it's our Spider-Gwen game. You know?
I doubt it.
Maybe it's our Spider-Verse Spider-Gwen game.
I am not a huge fan of Spider-Gwen.
I don't. I liked her in Spider-Verse. That's my only. That's my only thing. That's my only touchstone. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Spider-Verse, she was great, but if we got a Spider-Gwen game before a Spider-Man 2099 game, I'm gonna have some words.
Ooh, wait, no, I want that. Never mind. I'm just kidding. I want that, Arachknight. Arachknight, you've tickled the fancy, sir.
Spider-Man 2099 is an incredible character that needs more screen time. It's Miguel O'Hara, literally my second favorite Spider-Man. Like, you can't beat Peter Parker, so second place is basically first place.
And yeah, right. And he's voiced by Oscar Isaac in Spider-Verse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was one of those annoying people in the theater that were like reacting whenever something cool would happen on screen.
Right.
I was hyped during Spider-Verse. Like, it was almost obnoxious.
I fucking love that movie, man. Like you can't name something wrong with that movie. I don't think you can.
I can.
I'm just kidding. Maybe you can, but like
it's a small grievance. Like,
do I want to know right now?
You know what? It's not a huge deal, honestly.
I mean, hey, this is the last news topic. Perhaps we can spare 2 minutes.
I think that like you could have made the movie just as well without Noir or a Noir, Penny, or Spider-Pig, especially Spider-Pig. But it felt kind of tacked on. Like, you could have had like just about the same movie without them. It could have been Peter, Gwen, and Miles. Other than that, I like them. I definitely liked them in the movie, but their presence didn't really change much. Like, I feel like if a character's in a movie, it should have a somewhat significant impact, unless they're like a side character. But they were like a protagonist, or like they were pretty front stage with the protagonists.
I mean, I suppose you have a point, right? Like, I mean,
they're a
team.
team.
Yeah. I mean, how I took it, was that, like, you know, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Pig, the robot with the girl.
Penny.
I forgot. Penny, thank you. Yeah, like, you know, those. I think were just more of a motivation for Miles to help fix the situation, to get them back home, right? But then it's like he had Peter, to really be
Yeah,
Flint Bush, and it's even more in depth because like to go home and like fix your relationship with MJ in your timeline, right? So like that is probably more than enough motivation, but I guess some extra motivation. Yeah, okay. I suppose I can see that. I like Spider-Man Noir, my favorite out of that. Yeah, he was funny as shit. Big fan. Sometimes I light matches and let them burn to the end to feel something.
Have you ever played Shattered Dimensions?
No, but I know I need to.
Shattered Dimensions is great. And it's got a lot of noir. It was the blueprint for Spider-Verse.
I see.
Because different Spider-Men from different dimensions come together to stop a threat. Like, it was the blueprint. It's what inspired Dan Slott, the creator of the Spider-Verse comic, for that kind of concept. And then we got the comic, and then years down the line we got the movie. So
true.
And it's great. It's definitely in contention for my favorite Spider-Man game. It's great.
Interesting. Well, look at that. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm not holding my breath and like assuming that this Pixel Opus game is anything Spider-Verse related, and like I know like we weren't saying that at all, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting,
Yeah.
I'd be down.
I'd be down.
Yes, sir. But going on to the question of the week here, the main cream of the crop. This got a lot of people talking. A lot of these would have been news segments, and like a lot of it is news, but it's all boiled down in this Hermen Hulst QA. So what I did for you fine listeners out there, you're welcome. Not only timestamps, you're fucking welcome, but two, I extracted all of the core things that I think are needing to be discussed. There's some extra stuff in there, and there's some things that have been reiterated in the past, like 25 games that are being developed by PlayStation Studios that we've already talked about. But this is like the main core new stuff that we need to discuss here, okay? So, of course, the link to the blog is in the description, and it's essentially a transcription of some of the highlights of Hermen Hulst being on the official PlayStation blogcast. So you can listen to that if you want as well. I think is the latest episode where he was on and discussed all this good stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff here that is interesting for sure. But let's start off with what Hermen has to say about games within PlayStation Studios and the way they're developed and everything. So he starts off here by saying, single player games are going to remain essential to the nature of PlayStation Studios, and it's going to be the heart at what they create. It's going to be the heart of what they create. He says here, quote, "We also want to make sure that we're creating a variety of experiences for our audiences, franchises, new IP, big games, smaller and more innovative games, single-player stories, and multiplayer. Who says that multiplayer experiences cannot have great stories, right?" End quote. You got anything there, Arachknight, that you want to kind of just mellow on and discuss? Do you like this approach that he's taking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Single player games I will take any day of the week. I'll take like a great single player experience over like an okay multiplayer experience any day of the week, or even great to great, like 9 out of 10 single player, 9 out of 10 multiplayer. I'll take the single player. Like, I love a good narrative.
Yes sir. As do I. Yeah. What I think was really interesting was the multiplayer side, right? Because like the one that I can think of the most was Ghost of Tsushima Legends that came out, right? And that story was essentially a retelling of the Ghost of Tsushima story, right? But just in this like Legends fashion, like from what?
No, I don't think that's accurate.
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought like from the Legends where Jin didn't do any of that.
No, it's how do I explain it? Hold on. I need to actually look it up and like give you a proper like, because I know I'm here. Hold on,
I know I'm right.
No, like I am right. I just need to like actually explain. Like, it's so okay. It's so Legends is a recount of the events of the game that are told from a different perspective, right? From someone like looking back, like as if like you were retelling the story of Ghost of Tsushima, right? Not knowing like Jin Sakai and not knowing like the actual names, but like literally the legend of the Ghost of Tsushima who freed the island from the Mongols. Yeah.
What is
like
your source on this?
Bro.
Trust me.
No, I swear to God it's true. Hold on. Let me see. Oh God. I know, I swear on my life it's a true thing. Here it is. I got it. Wait, no it's not. Let me see. Yeah, okay, here it is. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna send you a Reddit link in the Discord. You know what I'm saying?
Is this a theory?
No, it's true though. It's true. It's true.
I didn't get that vibe at all.
If you like really pay attention.
Okay. Wow.
Not saying that you like didn't. No, like I'm no, because I'm not saying you didn't because no, because I
what was going on.
No, because I didn't realize it either when I was playing it. But it's like, oh shit, like that's what's going down. Like, it's actually really cool. You know, like it's like a more like fantasy way of retelling the story of Ghost of Tsushima. I put up a Game Informer article as well there, where I think they're talking to Nate Fox, the director, and he kind of like goes into like how it's a narrative that's kind of retelling and recounting Ghost of Tsushima.
All right. I'll give it to you.
I swear, gamer. I swear. So like,
I swear, gamer.
Gamer. I wouldn't lie. But like, I think it'd be really cool to like see that, because I mean, I would like to see more story and multiplayer. I mean, I just want to see more multiplayer. Period. Because PlayStation Studios is they have not been great during the PS4 gen of having having multiplayer in their first party, right? Yeah, Uncharted 4, that's cool, right? But like, that was pretty much it in terms of first party, besides Legends. So I would like to see more. And of course, give us those single player games. That's the main cream of the crop. That's the main butter. You know what I'm saying? So definitely do that. Next up, he talked a little bit about how he views PlayStation Studios, which is a pretty interesting quote that I kind of question. So let's just read it real quick and we'll just kind of just dissect it later on. These partnerships are very exciting. You could, I guess, make a distinction between development teams who are a part of Sony, like Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Media Molecule, Sucker Punch, and so on, and then development teams who are working with us like partners, Haven, Firewalk, but also teams we've worked with over the years like Kojima Productions and From Software. To me, in many ways, there really is no difference. They're all PlayStation Studios. We are, at the end of the day, a creator-led organization, which to me means that we want to find the best possible development studios in the world and help them passionately pursue their ideas. I think the main thing that I'm seeing a lot of people question about this quote is the prospect of like him saying that, second-party teams, right, like Kojima, like the new ones that we have not seen yet, right? Like Haven and Firewalk, and From Software with Bloodborne as well. You know what I'm saying? They are viewed as a part of the PlayStation Studios when they put out a game in the same vein as the first-party owned studios. Does that kind of check out with you, or do you think that's kind of like a weird thing to kind of mesh them all together?
Like they're all one big studio?
Like the PlayStation Studio, like the PlayStation Studio splash screen and like how they refer to them are still gonna be on second party games, right? Like they view second party developers making PlayStation exclusive games as first party releases. Like they view those in the same way, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. Which, spoiler alert, like I don't know. I don't know if that like really checks out in my head. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like it does sound a little weird when you say it like that.
Like, but then again, it's like, yeah, I mean, Death Stranding is a PlayStation game, right? It's not like a first party game, but like I view the first parties in like an entirely different way, at least to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. Like,
I don't know. I just found that to be a weird statement. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a little bit weird. Like, nothing bad, but a little strange. A little bit.
Yeah. And like Bloodborne, right? Bloodborne, a high quality game. A lot of people enjoy it. You enjoy it yourself, Arachknight. You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But,
not yet.
But not yet. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Don't be
so
afraid.
Excited. Can't wait. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Like, yeah, those are PlayStation games, right? Obviously, they're very important to the platform. But I don't know if I would equate that at the same release as like Naughty Dog's next game or God of War, right? Like, I just think those first party games are like a whole different magnitude and a whole different level, which like I would have called, you know, like, yeah, I don't know. I just think that, but like at the end of the day, like I kind of see what they're going with the branding, because I think it is just branding, right? Like I think they want to have that, like, hey, when you go to the movies, right, and you see Marvel Studios, you know what you're in for, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're trying to kind of emulate with PlayStation Studios. But what happens if like PlayStation Studios shows up and like Haven's project is like ass, right? Or I mean, for a lot of people, right, with this line of thinking, you know, Death Stranding 2 may have that splash screen, but it might not be a lot of people's jam. But I guess that's with all games, you know. It's not just like, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird, but I did think it was interesting that he name dropped Kojima and From Software. Thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
A nice.
Are you?
Yeah, I get that. Like, a detail. Like an interesting detail.
Yeah. It's not really groundbreaking, but I just found it kind of interesting that they're kind of conflating, like, all PlayStation exclusives to be under PlayStation Studios, when I thought it was just going to be the internal development, like the main core studios that are first party, right? Which I would call those literally PlayStation Studios, you know, but I digress. And then next up here, Hermen Hulst did confirm that Bend Studio is working on a new IP. We did get this news from Bloomberg, but it was kind of reiterated here. And then Bend Studio put up a quote here on Twitter, where essentially they just confirm it. You know, I don't want to read the whole thing. It's linked below, whatever. But they did say that they are making a new IP in an open world fashion. So Arachknight, how you feel about this?
I'm not in love with Death Stranding.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Honestly, they're both forgettable. But Days Gone in particular, I don't see how people love that game so like as much as they defend it online.
Yeah, I mean, I am on team, hey, I would like to see it get a sequel, but like, you know, and I still feel that like they are deserving of a sequel, you know, like if it were up to me, right, and they wanted to do it and they had to pitch for it, I think I would have greenlit it personally, but I'm not really like losing sleep over it necessarily, right? But yeah, I mean, I know, like, I just think it's also like kind of questionable that they would like this team put so much effort into the world of Days Gone, right? And then wouldn't you think it would have been easier and they would have gotten it out faster if they had just made a sequel as opposed to starting over and doing a whole new IP, right?
But if an IP is invaluable, then why, if a world is built but the world isn't worth it, like, I could make this sprawling 3,000 year story and it's hot ass. It's long. It's like Little Caesars. It's hot and it's ready. Is it good? it is hot and it is ready.
It's a good point.
But like,
it's a very good point.
Just because it's made doesn't mean that it's worth continuing. Like,
yeah,
a bad relationship or a mediocre meal. Just because it's in front of you doesn't mean that you have to put yourself through it. Like you have to keep putting yourself through it.
I see. You know, that's a fair point, right? And I mean, like, also to kind of just, you know, double back your point, which you've kind of like swayed me just now. Days Gone has some baggage.
100 speech, baby.
Yeah, you got me. Like, you know, Days Gone as a name has some baggage attached to it. You know what I'm saying? That's not the most positive, right? I don't think it's like astoundingly negative necessarily. Maybe to some people it is for sure, but like I don't think it's like horrible stigma, but you know, a bit of a negative stigma. So
where does that stigma come from? Is it because of the optimization issues at launch?
That I think as a part of it. I think a lot of people like myself just feel like the game, like as a whole, I think just dragged on. I think the story just there was like too much in Days Gone. Like that may sound dumb, but like Days Gone literally doesn't end. Like
it's a very bloated game.
Very, 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 very bloated. Yeah, and like I guess some bugs there, like, you know, early on, but I feel like the bigger part of the player base did not experience that many bugs that reviewers saw, which of course that's a whole other thing as well, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I'm kind of with you. You know,
like
I think it actually does make sense to just start over. You know, let's just see what we can do. You know, mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yeah, I Days Gone isn't a horrible game, but it's not a good one. It's hot and it's ready, but you could get better elsewhere. It is the Little Caesars example. It's like Days Gone is Little Caesars. Like if you're just in the mood for pizza, Little Caesars will do. But like if you want to treat yourself, you go to a local joint.
You're right.
And I don't know. Like whenever I see Days Gone, I don't see the appeal anywhere. It's like, oh, you're a biker. It's like, great, cool. Maybe it's just me not caring about biking.
Right.
I like motorcycles. I think they're great. I always choose a motorcycle if I can. But it's not enough to sell me. It's like, oh, but look at all the hordes. It's like, I don't know, Dead Rising did that kind of thing in 2006.
Damn.
Big zombie numbers aren't impressive. It's like, oh, but you can run around in circles and, you know, shoot them all or lay traps. Say, okay, Black Ops Zombies, what next? Like, it's like, oh, you can ride a motorcycle and do all that. It's like, okay, now this sounds like something a 14-year-old would make. Motorcycles, zombies, and edgy, weird humor. Yeah, that sounds like a 14-year-old wrote this script.
Shit.
Like, I don't know. I'm glad Days Gone's not getting a sequel. Work on something else. It is mediocre.
Listen, man.
I started out I tried to be as gentle as possible in the beginning.
Dude, I just kind of witnessed, you know, you ripping off the Band-Aid and just saying, you know, fuck, I'm gonna just dig into this wound. Fuck it.
I've tried to be gentle because I know there are people that work hard on it, and I did see something on Twitter where, like, during like a Q&A or something, like somebody called into the developers like, hey, maybe you would have got a sequel if you made a better game, which I think is excessive. Like, I'm not gonna say that to a dev because that sucks to hear, but I genuinely just don't like the game. It's like, hey, that is just me. You don't need to make games for me. I'm a drop in the ocean. It really doesn't matter. Like, but I've tried to be kind when talking about it in the Discord. Shout out the Discord. But god damn, it's just so mediocre in every way. I really like.
Look, hey,
Valhalla or Days Gone? I'd probably choose Valhalla.
There we go. There we go, King. Yes, King.
We finally found a game I like less.
Yes, King. Yes, King.
There's just nothing there. It's so bland.
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta respect your honesty, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, once again, just real quick, Days Gone to me, lowercase g, good game. Flat, 8 out of 10. I enjoyed my time with it.
Is that a lowercase g good game, an 8 out of 10?
Yeah, because like a capital G is like an 85, We get all caps at like 87, 88.
This is a very tight scale.
Then we get to words like excellent,
at 9?
Superb. Yeah. Like superb, game of the generation.
FF7R.
Oh, that's to the highest key.
That's a 10 out of 10.
That's literally 100%. Literally, there's nothing wrong with that game.
It's side missions. That's the only thing I can think of.
And the door. Did you see the door on Twitter, bro?
I did.
They fucking fixed it. Let's fucking go.
I love how I love when people joke about small details like that. I don't like it when people are like rabid, like Puddlegate.
Jesus Christ.
Like little details where like the developers will make jokes. Like again, another Spider-Man thing is the people in the boat. If you zoom in on them with photo mode, in the remaster, they have a little sticker like, "Hey, did you miss us?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the developers are in on the joke. Like they think it's funny. Like little details like that when people are just joking about something funny in game development. And that's something I love. I think that's great. Yeah. But when people are rabid about it, it's like boycott Spider-Man PS4 because of puddles. Like, you need to go outside and talk to someone.
That was like one of like the worst things.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was like such a stupid. Like the Horizon face thing. If that kept going, because I feel like now it's kind of just stopped.
Yeah, now people are just joking.
Yeah.
And
but
that's
like,
funny.
If that kept going, I think that would have probably been worse than Puddlegate, low-key. But
oh, absolutely, because Puddlegate's just about a puddle. This is about what somebody looks like.
Yeah, but it is what it is. A side story here that Hermen Hulst said, just about working through the pandemic and everything. Quote: "Perhaps the biggest challenge has been when we need specialist locations, often physical locations, primarily performance capture, audio work. We've come up with some really clever solutions to some of this. We built tiny recording studios in people's houses, but I can tell you, we're not going to risk the quality. We want to ship extremely high quality games, finished games, and we have to do that obviously without pushing our teams to the breaking point." That was a pretty cool insight, kind of just like gauging how he is viewing development within the studios. Obviously, we have good things here, like not wanting to push the team, not having to have, overly excessive crunch, right? Because I don't know how you feel about crunch. Maybe it's because the way I grew up. Maybe it's just my mentality, which I think to a certain degree, at some points, it does become unhealthy, admittedly, right? But I really strive to work really hard in my life. Like I am a hard worker and I take pride in that, right? I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if I was a dev, I would probably be the one crunching, like, really fucking hard, because I'm just dumb, right? But I view that a little bit differently if it's a very personal type of crunch, as opposed to a company mandated crunch, which I think is a whole different dynamic and something that I'm not down with, right? But like from a personal human standpoint for yourself, if you understand the unhealthy risks associated with pushing yourself to the limit, right? That's your prerogative as a human being to do what you want, right? But that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I at least like that they are against the crunch that I am against, which is from a company-wide perspective, from a management perspective, right? But I found this really cool just because they built these like studios and houses to kind of keep these development going last year and everything. So pretty cool stuff. You got anything to say there?
I'm with you on crunch. I don't know. I strive myself to be a hard worker as well, especially if it's something I'm passionate about. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it should
definitely.
be the decision of the individual on how hard they work, opposed to literally work this hard or you're fired.
Yeah, exactly. Like if there's repercussions from like a job standpoint, because Joe Blow worked 60 hours and you only worked
40.
like 40, you're somehow viewed less. Like, nah, fuck that shit. No, fuck that. No, that ain't right.
Like, it should be a personal decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no problem with someone that wants to work double hard or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, by all means, king. As long as you're understanding your risks and what you're putting yourself through personally, right? And understanding that as a manager, as a boss, I'm asking only this of you for this amount of time. But if you want to exceed that, that is a you choice.
Yeah.
That is a you call. Just make it very clear. I'm not making that call for you. Yeah, I see no problem with that personally. But pretty cool right there. Pretty cool. The next big one here, I titled this, Horizon Forbidden West is not coming out in 2021 because they keep saying this quote. I'm going to read it right now. For Horizon, we think we are on track to release this holiday season, but that isn't quite certain yet, and we're working as hard as we can to confirm that to you as soon as we can. I think that translates to, hey, I guess there's a little chance. Sure, we can be fun, right? Sure, there's a little chance, maybe, but I think this is telegraphing that like it's not coming out this year.
Yeah, and even if it can, like, should it? Like, like,
so you think it shouldn't?
I want. Oh, sorry.
No, go. Yeah, go.
Cyberpunk was. I don't want to say the martyr, because the martyr implies a choice. But Cyberpunk was the framework on people. It's like, you know what? Maybe delays aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to be the next Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk will be written about in game development books.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk is like they made history, but maybe not the way they planned.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, this game will change RPGs. It's like, yeah, you're right. No one wants to be like you.
Yeah, for the wrong reason. Yeah, for sure.
And they're infamous. Shout out to that.
Yes, king.
So delay the game as much as you need to make it as polished and smooth as you want it to be. Like, so it's optimized. It's like on a gameplay standard, on a hardware standard. Take your time. Like, don't stress about it too much. Because Horizon was a success. Like, this is going to be a success. So you might as well enjoy the ride.
Oh shit! Sorry, the Twitter video came up on my feed.
Oh no, you're good. So,
yeah.
I still think it's funny. Like I wanted Cyberpunk to be good.
And it's to be honest, bro, like I want Forbidden West to come out this year. I really do. Man, but I'm coming more to terms with, and like obviously I want it to be done, finished, best quality, right? So if that means 2022, yes, make that call, absolutely. Like if it's just not done, it's just not done. But I still have a little hope in me that like I hope it comes out this fall. But I think he's trying. I think he's letting us down gently, right? It's like this sounds like a very nice,
breakup.
Start to a breakup. Yes, it's what it sounded like. It's like sometimes like, yo, just rip off the Band-Aid, just crush my heart. I'll fucking get over it. It's fine.
It's like, maybe we have a chance in the future. Like, it's not you, it's me. I just need some time.
The we have a chance in the future. The one hit me right in my cold ass zone, sir.
That hurts. just you're already leaving. You might as well kick me on the way down.
Because it's like, no, I don't think that we do. I don't. No. If it's not now, it's not ever. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That I don't believe in. Like,
I mean,
because like
there are specific cases. Yeah, there are some cases that you could argue against that.
I wasn't ready for God of War in 2018. But after maturing a little bit, we met back up, and it was beautiful. Like, God of War is a 21-year-old with new experiences, a new maturity. It was great, but Spider-Man was the one I needed in 2018. You know, you build you need to build. Like, there's some games that hit different after a point in time. Like, when I first played Part 2, which happened to a lot of people, like, Part 2 came on a little strong, and I wasn't ready for that. But after maturing and taking some time apart, Part 2 and I found each other and we made it work. And
hey, who knows, man? Maybe me and Bloodborne kind of hit it off. You know, maybe we got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, you know? Like, you took some years apart.
Yeah.
They changed. You changed.
I've been through Cyber Shadow.
You've gone hurt.
You know? I've been out here. I've been overcoming these gaming obstacles. Perhaps I'll overcome the biggest one I faced yet. You know.
Sometimes you need to be hurt before you can really understand what you need, and that's what Bloodborne can be for you.
Remember when the Super Bowl there was a quote that was literally "Rise up, gamers"? Because I remember that. That was a good time.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, gamer.
Wasn't it?
I have not watched a single Super Bowl since I was 8 years old. And even then was begrudgingly. Like, I don't care about sports.
I'm growing to love to watch basketball. Like, over the course of like 2 years.
Basketball? You mean the most boring sport?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
I would rather watch football than basketball any day, and I'd rather watch baseball than basketball.
Yeah, that's big cap. Wow. I would do basketball, football, and then like a trench, and I guess we got baseball, even though that's
I'm like a war trench?
Yeah, we like got some space in between those two, which sucks because I'm Dominican, so in theory I should love baseball, but I'm sorry. I can appreciate a nice game, right? But like I don't know. Yeah, no. Like, dude, like there's sports like golf are boring as fuck.
Oh, golf. Okay, I was wrong. Golf isn't a sport.
Golf is the worst one.
Is golf a sport?
That's a great question, Arachknight. It's
like golf is. I don't know.
They're being a little bit generous with sport.
Golf is much of a sport as a QTE is gameplay.
Holy shit.
Like, if someone tells me that there's like, oh, I played golf, it's like, okay, you don't do anything. Like, you hit a ball into a cup.
Listen, man, I just know a lot of these people are talking shit about esports, but shit. I mean, if you're letting golf in,
dude,
come on now.
I like, okay, you need to be able to aim in golf, sure. You need to understand how a ball moves, but you know what? Who else can understand that? A baby.
Yeah, like, I don't know what goes into, like, League, right? But I know it's a lot of skill there.
Yeah,
right?
like, dude, have you seen some of those, like, StarCraft players?
Yeah, StarCraft, Valorant, CSGO, to a certain degree.
Shroud?
Yeah.
That the man is firing on all cylinders. I like, and maybe that's just us. Like, we're literally on a gaming podcast. We do this every week for the last like few years. Like, okay, maybe we're not the right people to talk to, but
I've never played golf in my life, so there's that.
I have played golf and I was miserable every minute of it.
This sounds like not a fun time, personally.
Yeah, it's boring. Like,
yeah, it sounds really fun.
It's like, oh, okay, I get to sit here. I have to try and make the ball into the cup, and then everybody pretends to be impressed. There's some, like, I don't know, like Ultimate Frisbee is like golf, but that just looks more fun.
Ultimate Frisbee looks dope as fuck.
Yeah,
like
that
shit looks fire.
I don't know. It's why would you play golf? This is an anti-golf podcast.
Oh, strict. No, could not be me. Shout out to Tiger Woods though.
I mean, he's done.
That's the last thing I'll say.
He's done.
I mean, yeah, he from a personal life, yeah.
Shout out to his ability.
Shout out to his golf ability.
Prowess.
Yes. Do they still yell like four? Like, why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, is that not golf? You know what?
Yeah, that four. No, four. FORE. Yeah, that's a golf term.
Oh, they're not saying the number?
No.
Okay.
Wait.
Bro, I don't know.
You thought they were saying just the number 4?
They go, fuck! Like, bro, like, I have no idea, bro.
The audio just peaked there.
Yeah, wait. Let me see on timeline. Actually, it didn't pink that much.
Okay.
Didn't pink.
I wasn't expecting that. I was just vibing here, not expecting that.
God of War Ragnarok got delayed to 2022. It's something that we were expecting.
Yes, everybody knew.
They say here, quote, and for God of War, the project started a little later, so we've made the decision to push that game out to next year to ensure that Santa Monica Studio can deliver the amazing God of War game that we all want to play, unquote. This surprised no one. It should surprise no one. If you're surprised by this, I just think that maybe you don't know how this thing goes, really. But yeah. So I assume you have no thoughts here.
No thoughts. Like, it's the right call. Like, it's same thing with Horizon. Take the time you need to make the game you want.
Mm-hmm.
And Cory Balrog, like, I trust in what he does. Like, he's obviously passionate and he's obviously talented. So I am full force, fully in support of let the creators do what they need to do to make the product that they want, because that's how you make money.
Yep.
And if they, because it's like, oh, the studios know what's best. And it's like, no, like, well, just look at the DCEU. Like, that's the crown example of fuck around and find out. Like, you mess with creative vision, that's what you get.
Fuck around and find out.
So
man. Yeah,
I don't know. I saw like Alana Pierce, I believe.
Yes.
I got attacked. Yeah. It's like, dude, what's wrong with you people? Like,
these kids are really stupid. These kids are really stupid. No, Alana Pierce is not to blame for not only God of War being delayed, but also God of War being on PS4.
You think she's making those decisions?
Yeah, she's a writer. She's a writer at Santa Monica. That's simply it. That's it.
And even if so, like, you really think being rabid about it is going to help anybody?
Yeah, no. They're just some dumb kids with, I say, too much time on their hands.
Well,
you got way too much time.
Get a job, loser.
Yeah. You got way too much time. But next up here, of course, this is the main cream of the crop right here, right? Like, this is the one that got the people talking this week, okay? God of War Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7 will be PS4, PS5 cross-gen games. Hermen Hulst says this, quote, where it makes sense to develop a title for both PS4 and PS5 for Horizon Forbidden West, the next God of War, Gran Turismo 7, we'll continue looking at that. And if PS4 owners want to play that game, then they can. If they want to go on and play the PS5 version, the game will be there for them. So Push Square did reach out to Sony PR to kind of confirm, because like some people were kind of looking at that quote and being like, well, did he actually say that? Did he really say that? I think he said that from the quote that we just read, but Push Square did confirm with Sony PR that yes, God of War Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7 will follow the steps of Horizon Forbidden West being a cross-gen PS4, PS5 game. So I did a whole video. Side note as well. Video Games Chronicle is also reporting. This is a rumor. To be clear, this is a rumor that the decision to make Gran Turismo 7 happened fairly recently, and that it wasn't intentionally going to be a cross-gen game. Like over the course of its development, like apparently it was just gonna be PS5, but they say that has changed fairly recently. And they also, I think it was them, but I have heard also from different sources that God of War and Horizon were always intended to be cross-gen games. I question that because last summer we heard that Horizon was cross-gen and they didn't say it for God of War. I figured if that was the case, why wouldn't you just say that from the jump if that has been the case this whole time? But I digress. Arachknight, what are your thoughts?
It's fine. Like,
I think, yeah, go ahead.
I genuinely don't see an issue with it. Like, it's gonna look great. It'll run fine. Like, these are first-party developers, very familiar with Sony hardware and what they're capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it really doesn't need to be a console exclusive, like a PS5 exclusive, because I don't know, it's just not like really a big deal. People is like, oh, we want, the highest graphical fidelity possible, and you'll still be getting that. Like, they're working alongside them. Like, think about it like a remaster you're getting right now, like immediately out of the gate. It's like, hey, you can play the upgraded version or you can play the base version in, like... That's what I think it as. Like, it's like playing Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man Remastered. It's like, hey, you can play both, but if you want all the bells and whistles, go to the remaster, go to the PS5 version. But if you just want to play the game and enjoy the experience with everybody else, here's the PS4 version. Like, that's what we built it on. They built it on the PS4, and they can only go up. And people forget that God of War looked great, and it'll look better because they have a better familiarity with how the PS4 works. So you'll have a good-looking, great-running game that just takes longer to load and isn't nearly as, not polished, but it doesn't have all of the details that you could expect with a next-gen console.
Right.
And then on the PS5, you get ray tracing, 60 frames, whatever. Like, you get fidelity or performance or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not a huge deal. And if people are, like, crying about it, I get not being happy about it, which is fine. Because you don't have to agree with every decision that a company makes. But the people that are, like, vicious about it are, like, vehemently against it. Like, this is wrong, you're making the wrong decisions. Like, who are you? Like, consumer? Like, to be making business decisions from a billion-dollar company?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason they did it. And most times, a decision tends to work out. Like, especially from big companies like this. Not all the time, because we do remember the PlayStation Store, but a good number of times the decision isn't made like rashly. So have a little faith in the companies that you say that you love so much, and stop being a fucking baby about it.
So we're on similar we're like very close wavelengths, right? Like overall, like from a totality standpoint, like from a stepping back standpoint, I agree with you, right? I do want to pose the differences that I have, right? Which I think are the main cons as to what that group of people are mad about. Obviously, I don't condone the rabid foam out the mouth anger type vibe that we're seeing from fanboys, right? But I do understand on like a fundamental level why there is a bit of criticism because of this whole thing. And I can say right now to everyone here right now, like, I wish that God of War Ragnarok was a PS5 exclusive, right? But like, I'm not fucking crying that it's not, right? But here's the main reason why I wish it was. Okay, so And again, I go a lot deeper into this whole thing on the video, which you should go check out after this, where I go into like in-depth analysis as to like why this is a whole thing. But in a short Spark Notes version, Mark Cerny did that Road to PS5 talk 2 years ago. No, last year, where either he talked about the nature of the SSD and how game design will fundamentally change because you don't have to lay out a certain game design map in such a way where the game can load, right? Or like has to load, right? So those long corridors, having to, press X to open the door, like different stuff like that, like different things that are designed from a game design level to make sure that the system can load the assets moving forward as you progress through the game. That was said that would be changing and would not need to take place because of the PS5 SSD. So the main, the main point that these people are having just a hard time conveying, that I'll convey to you very, very easily, is just that it's simply the prospect of like what could God of War Ragnarok, what it could have been if it did not have to take into account the PlayStation 4, that being the new lowest common denominator from a game design standpoint, right? That's essentially what they're mad at, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and like really like disagree with that notion. I do agree. Like I do kind of wish that we were getting a God of War Ragnarok that that was only for PlayStation 5, so we could see the potential of what games could be, right? But at the end of the day, right, I can still say that, yeah, I wish that was the case, but we're still gonna get a fucking excellent game, and it's still going to look the best, play the best, run the best, has better feature sets overall on the PlayStation 5 version, and I have a PS5. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I totally get if people are on my wavelength on that standpoint of just like, wishing that it was PS5 only and everything, but it's not the end of the fucking world, guys. Like it's like, did y'all forget how good God of War looked in 2018 on a fucking base PS4? Did y'all forget how Horizon Forbidden West looked last week? We talked about it last week, right? And Arachknight, I got one question for you, okay? I got one question. Throughout the entirety of last week and last week on the podcast, right? Did any of us, or did you hear anyone bring up and remind anybody about the prospect of Horizon Forbidden West being a cross-generation PS4, PS5 game?
The prospect?
No, not the prospect. Like the fact. I meant. Sorry, the fact that it is a cross. Like, did anyone bring that up last week when we saw the footage?
Everybody was blown away by how it looked.
Precisely. That is precisely my point. Nobody was talking about the fact that it's a PS4, PS5 game because it looked fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like it's really not the end of the world. I can. Yeah.
Oh, you go.
Yes.
You continue.
I mean that's pretty much the main point. Like I go into a lot more depth in the video, like I said before, but like overall, I mean, like I'm not that bothered by it. Like I'm not losing sleep, because Ragnarok is still gonna be fucking amazing. Sony Santa Monica is still there. They're still doing it, and it's gonna be exceptional. So that's where I'm at.
I don't know. I believe that some people feel it's like, oh, like, I don't know, it's like a Treyarch Call of Duty Ghost to PS3 to PS4 jump where it wasn't a jump. But like, these are good developers. Like, these are people that have a lot more credibility to them than Treyarch, and a higher familiarity with Sony hardware than a third-party studio.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, like, put trust in the companies that you say that you love so much.
Yeah.
And stop being a baby about it.
Last thing I'll say, and then we can move on, right? Is that like I promise you, bottom line, Arachknight, this is essentially a fact that I'm saying. nobody is going to be talking about how this game is PS4, PS5 once we see the game running. Once they show footage of Ragnarok, just like Horizon, none of these people are going to bring up any bullshit about how it's a PS4, PS5 game. I can almost guarantee that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, people just have too much time on their hands.
They just love to complain.
Yeah, just whatever.
I didn't get what I wanted. It's like, go touch some grass.
Go touch some grass.
Stop being a baby about it. It's a video game. You're gonna play it. It's like, oh, we'll boycott it. It's like that. Have you ever seen that image of a Steam group saying boycott Modern Warfare 2, and then everybody in that group was playing Modern Warfare 2?
No, actually, I haven't.
It's like that. That's what these people are. It's like, oh, we're gonna boycott it. That way, our group of 100 nerds is gonna change Sony's mind. It's like, oh, PS4, fuck it. These people are upset. And
man.
It's like, okay. And then you're gonna buy it day one. You're gonna play it day one. If you have a PS4 and you're complaining, first of all, what the fuck? Second of all, again, what the fuck? No.
It's
like, this should be a PS5 exclusive. It's like, bro, worry about your own house right now. You got other problems to worry about. It's like, oh, I want this to be a PS5 exclusive.
It's like, bro, can you get a PS5, homie?
It's the image of the guy riding the bike and putting the wood in between the wheels and falling over and blaming something else.
Yeah, man.
Worry about your own problems. I'd be upset if I couldn't get a PS5 in time. It's like, oh, I wish they put this on the PS4 because it's too difficult to get a PS5 at the moment, which will be the case for a considerable amount of time. And they're helping you. They're catering to you. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. Actually, it's not it is shooting yourself in the foot. It's like, oh, I have an example, but I'm not sure I should say it.
Is it risque?
It's political a little bit. It's got a little political taste to it. I mean, we've been political about our last president.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, and I know we're on the same wavelength on that.
Yeah.
Standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be okay. Quick jab. It's like people of color for Trump. It's like, what's wrong with you? That is directly opposed to what you should be standing for.
No, I tweeted that publicly, and I don't give a fuck. I'll say it again. Latinos for Trump is some of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
It's like, what's wrong with you people?
Y'all need fucking help. I swear to God. Listen, I will say that any day of the week. I'll say I've tweeted before. I'll tweet again. I don't care. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all wild. But yeah, I mean, oh shit. I had the last point I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. Yeah. Okay. Here's what it is. Overall, yeah, I wish Ragnarok was a PS5 exclusive, but at the end of the day, I'm getting the best version of that game possible. So
yeah, we'll be playing it on PS5. So
yeah,
who cares?
And I guarantee we're all gonna be blown away.
Absolutely,
so, it is what it is. A little bit more in your wheelhouse, Arachknight. Hermen Hulst talks a little bit about PC releases. Nothing too crazy here, but just he did cite and give us some numbers that Horizon Zero Dawn. Wait, actually, I think that was last week, but the numbers that they've been able to acquire via a higher ROI, a higher return on investment. Horizon Zero Dawn being 250% return on investment on PC, obviously. Very, very good to see and everything. And he says, quote, "And I hope that a new set of fans can and will enjoy that title. And that's the goal. We want to reach new gamers who haven't yet experienced the great stories, characters, and worlds that we've built. releasing games on PC will not come ever at the expense of building an exciting lineup of great console games. So yeah,
That's the way it should be.
Nothing crazy to say there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a business decision, that is gonna make high ROI anyway. So good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
It is.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy there. Over time, I'm really softening up on the whole PC release thing. Like, I don't know.
I'm glad.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, for people like me.
Yeah, for sure. But it's again, it's like, man, I just don't really, I'm just
hurt
not.
You.
I'm just not bothered about stuff no more. Low key. You know what I'm saying?
You're straight vibing.
I'm just vibing, bro. Listen, my PS5 is fucking stupendous. I'm having a great time with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, right? And I'm a little happy gamer. I'm just
yeah. Like, what's the deal?
Vibing.
Like, there's no issue.
I still hold, if we have a day and date first party release, that might be a road we have to cross maybe, but
dude,
you know what I'm saying? We'll see.
I want you to know something.
What's up, bro? What's up?
There's a day and date. I will be fighting you. We will be on opposite sides of the trench.
I know we will. I know. We'll get there. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. And I mean, hey, even to give you a little bit of insight, Arachknight. Listen, we got E3 next week, right? If Wolfenstein 3 and Doom 3 get announced, bro, and it's Game Pass exclusive, which I think it will be, I may have to shuffle and figure out. I can't even say it. Like, I might vomit saying this, but I think Kev, you can say it. It's okay, Kev. I'm literally getting nauseous at the thought, but I may have to look at acquiring a personal computer. Oh god. Oh my fucking goddamn, bro. How do you say that every day? Oh, jeez, that took a lot. Oh man.
You're gonna end up like the kombucha girl. You're gonna end up like the kombucha girl.
Whew. Oh man.
Like where she's like,
I'm sweating.
It's like, that's a little gross, but then she's like, I dig it.
I'm sweating. I'm getting the hot sweats for Arachknight. Take the wheel.
I will help you build.
No, bro. I'm finna get a pre-built.
Bro, you're a coward.
Bro, I'm just gonna listen, man. I want the ship here and plug it in. And drivers installed. Boom, pow.
Like, I will build you. I can, like, a computer as fast as a PS5.
Actually, I wouldn't mind sending you like $1,500 and just saying, just have at it, King.
Okay, $1,500. Like, Sony's gonna have to pull out some magic, because the graphics cards that Nvidia released and then immediately sold out were like $1,200.
I'm not looking at like top end line. I want like high ends.
$1,500 is definitely workable.
Yeah,
but
just a nice capable PC. Yeah.
Shout out to Nvidia, who released new graphics cards to combat scalpers and bots, to only be immediately sold out by said scalpers and bots. Literally immediately sold out. I tried to get a card, it didn't work.
You hate to see it.
I was seething. Like, it was a very calm hatred. Not lash out hatred, not lash out anger. Just, you take a sip of water, you sit there, and you brew in your own anger. And I same anger when I tried to get the Mass Effect Collector's Edition, only for it to be scalped to hell.
Tragedy.
And it's a very calm hatred. Like, if I was given the Infinity Gauntlet, there would be some changes. Like,
there would be changes would be taking place.
Changes would be taking place. Like, half of the population is going to be gone. Like, you're a scalper. Like, the snap is ready. Like, God may forgive you, but I will not.
I would. Oh, same album title as Rick Ross's famous "God Forgives, I Don't."
Exactly.
I fucking love Rick Ross so much, man. God damn, I fucking love Rick Ross. I would do a whole podcast about Rick Ross. I swear to God. Last thing to mention here, we've reached the end. Hermen Hulst reiterates his commitment to Japan development and the Japanese gaming scene. Obviously, I still question that because you had a team called Sony Japan and you Japan Studio and you closed them. So
That's fine.
I question that, but it is what it is. I mean, hey, you know what? Too, give him credit. There's presumably 3 Final Fantasy exclusives coming to the console, right? So I mean, there's at least some dedication to it for sure. But like as a whole, it's like you shut down the studio called Japan Studio, so there's that. But rising from the ashes of Japan Studio is Team Asobi. They have officially been indicted into the PlayStation Studios family. It's official. So essentially what's kind of happened is that like Japan Studio has kind of been like engulfed from the inside by Team Asobi, essentially. Not really true because like there were closures and layoffs here and there across the studio, but Team Asobi used to work under Japan Studio. They were simply a team within the studio, but now they're their own presence, their own type of entity. They got a new logo as well, which is heavily inspired by Astrobot, which gives you indication of what they are working on next and everything. So they say here, quote, following the release of Astro's Playroom for PS5, Team Asobi is now spreading its wings and growing bigger. This is a very exciting time for the team, and we are very much looking forward for this next chapter. We wanted to take this chance to thank all of you, the PlayStation fans, for your kind words of support over the years. And it looks like we're going to get bigger scaled, perhaps bigger budgeted, just bigger, scope Astrobot games. So you now have a PS5 Arachknight. Now, I think you played Playroom. I think you did, right?
Yeah. I was heavily recommended by you and other people to play Playroom to get a grip on the DualSense. And what an advertisement for a console I already own. Like, if I was a little kid and I didn't know, like a 10-year-old going to Walmart, or not 10, that's like a 7-year-old, 6-year-old going to Walmart, and I had to pick a console, and you let me hold the Xbox controller and the DualSense, dude, I would have bought a PS5 as a kid just for the DualSense. Like, this is super cool. Xbox doesn't have that. Give it to me. It would have activated my baby brain, and it does now.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the haptic feedback triggers. Like, I think it's okay, but the controller is a definite step in the right direction for immersion, and just it's just very impressive that they can program like rainfall landing on your helmet in Returnal.
Yeah.
And the Returnal haptic feedback did I either got used to it or they really just put everything in the first 30 minutes. But after that, I don't really remember much of it.
Yeah. I mean, you hit on a point that I heavily was saying last year, right? That's that, like, if there was a 2020 with no COVID, Astro's Playroom would have been at kiosks, in Best Buys, in GameStops. That's what would have been the showcase for the average consumer, because like if I was a little kid, I would be like, Dad, like feel this controller.
This is the future, Father.
Yeah, like and I think it would have blown away adults too, 100%. Like my dad was pretty blown away too, and like he's not super into games really at all, but like even he was blown away by the DualSense, yeah. But like overall, I mean, just talking about Playroom like just as a game, I just think it's a really cool platformer. I love Astrobot. He's a cute character, you know what I'm saying? And I think that like this is actually a very, very good decision. I think overall, like I think it's gonna be cool to kind of have Astrobot. At least what I think that they're kind of aiming for this to be like. I think they're kind of aiming Astrobot to be like the mascot for the PlayStation IP now. You know what I'm saying? In a similar vein that like Sackboy was at one point, and still is to a certain degree and everything. I don't think that Astrobot will ever like have the appeal, and I don't think anything will have the appeal of like a Mario, right? But I think it's the next closest thing to PlayStation's Mario. Like I think Astrobot could be that at some point in the future, you know, if not already is to a low key degree. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what they do. Yeah. Like I'm excited to just see like a super long like Super Mario Odyssey type Astrobot game. You know, I think it could be cool. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Welcome Team Asobi to the PlayStation Studios family. You know, shout out to you. Even though you kind of already were just under Japan Studio, and now you're just on your own. So you know, shout out to that. But that's about it, right? I think we've entered the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? Where can the people find you?
I am on the PlayStation Store's Discord, as mentioned before. Named the Arachknight. I am on Twitter at MWithoutFear. That will also be in the description. Video games, lots of screenshots. Like, it's become a definite hobby. Like, I will, for like an hour a day at least, I will play something and just try to practice screenshots, like taking photo mode shots. And it's fun. Like, I have gotten significantly better since starting, and I looked through some of my old screenshots that I took in when I first got my PS5 and when I was playing like The Last of Us last year when I really got into photo mode. Yo, I fucking sucked. Like, no one told me. But now I'd like to think I'm okay.
Dude, oh my god, this week you're gonna do Final Fantasy VII photo modes?
Oh, absolutely. Like, don't get it twisted.
And of course, yes, Ratchet and Clank, I'm sure you'll do a little bit there for sure, but like I would like to funnel your entire attention and your skill set to Final Fantasy VII, please.
Oh.
Thank you. That'd be fantastic.
Don't get it twisted. Aerith is getting a photo shoot. Baby girl deserves it.
Yo, he said photo shoot. I'm weak. Oh man.
Yeah. No, like a supportive boyfriend, I will be taking pictures of Aerith.
Absolutely. Unlike Cloud when he was literally speechless when she was wearing the red dress. You know what I'm saying? In front of Cornelius. I can't fucking wait, dude.
They are meant to be. Sorry, Tifa. You can have literally any. Dude, she basically watches Barrett's kid like Marlene's her kid. Let it. I can work with them. Like, you know. But
I'm gonna do my little photo shoot with Tifa. You.
Oh, we could have a competition. We could have a competition.
Oh, we gotta do oh, it's fucking on.
A photo mode competition.
Next week, we're doing our impressions about Intergrade, and maybe. Oh, you know what we could do? Do we want to do impressions and like a spoiler cast about the Yuffie DLC?
Yeah. Like,
do you think we could both get that done? Like, do you think we could both get it done next week? Obviously, not the full Final Fantasy VII game, but like, we can do the Yuffie DLC. I bet by because like I don't know what I'm gonna play first.
Is it?
I'm probably gonna play the Yuffie.
It can't be baked into the main game. It's got to be like a Final Fantasy 15 thing where you load the story individually.
I think that's what it is. Yeah and like I think the game like projects like, hey, this is when it's happening in the story, which I think it's like relatively early on. I think it's when they go off and do the mission where it ends where Cloud falls to meet Aerith, right?
Oh,
like
that's
when they're gone.
Like the halfway point?
Yeah, I think that's when the Yuffie DLC. I think that's when the Yuffie DLC takes place. I think, but if it's a side thing in the menu, I feel like I might just play that first. To be honest,
really,
I think, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll talk about it, but like definitely, if anything, Intergrade impressions. But perhaps a Yuffie spoiler cast too to like co-op that. But this has been Save Talk Podcast, episode 19, the weekly news show about any and all things PS5, PlayStation games, and PlayStation itself. Catch the show here on youtube.com as PlayStation Source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via our anchor link in the description. Like the video and rate the podcast to help us get even more viewers, so we can grow the PSS family. Down below, like or dislike. Connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. Feeling generous, hit that join button. Become a member of the Prince tier, just like Tapiwa Musa and Gameplay Surf for $1, or the $5 King tier with Caleb Kaiser, Arachknight, SideQuest Sean, City Vet Gaming, and the homie Owen. Make sure to check out the stream series. The goal for this upcoming week, you're watching this on Sunday, is to finish Resident Evil Village, and then we're starting Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart stream series Thursday night. Let's get it popping. Very excited for that. Yeah, I feel like I might record like my first like 30 minutes with Intergrade, because I know I'm gonna cry, and that might be good content. Maybe we'll see though. We'll see, because I might also chalk it up to be just like a private affair, because it's a very important thing, Like, I hate that Ratchet and Clank is the same week, bro. I fucking hate it.
Isn't it like the next day?
It's literally the next day, bro. It's like, fuck. It's like, I wish it was delayed like 2 weeks. Like, just give me some time.
I need
It's all good though. Yeah, it's all good though. But we'll be back next week. We'll have plenty of thoughts. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits.